is Fox 26 News at 9.
Not only is this haze over Houston dreary, it's also posing a threat to your health. Team coverage coming up.
It is a heartbreaking trend happening in Houston more and more. People getting pets, then disposing of them like garbage. We'll look at solutions.
And the push to make teens wait even longer to get a driver's license. Good evening, I'm Anna DeVlantis.
And I'm Mike Barajas. First on Fox tonight, haze continues to blanket our area.
It's the worst airborne alert our area has experienced in decades.
As you can see from our live tower cam shot, it looks like fog has rolled in, and the sun, the moon, and the stars are having trouble breaking through. That thick, hazy air across Houston hit Galveston first. The island's air quality is among the worst in the state right now. The emergency room at Galveston's University of Texas Medical Branch reports a 30% increase in patients coming in complaining that they're having respiratory problems.
They're having difficulty breathing, they're coughing, they're having chest tightness, burning eyes and itching and watery eyes. So mostly respiratory complaints, particularly those people who have...
The doctor says most of the patients he's treating had pre-existing conditions that made them even more vulnerable. Houston's Herman Hospital, on the other hand, reports no substantial increase in patients with respiratory problems. The breathing cases they are treating, they say, is about average.
There are some medications out there that pharmacists say will help you cope in this weather, especially if you get an allergic reaction. For eyes, there's Nafcon A, Vazicon, and Visine allergy. Benadryl can be good for sneezing, and there are a number of products you can take for congestion and coughing.
Tablets D, you have chlorotrimazole, you have Actifed. It's a number of different items.
You should follow your pharmacist's advice and take a look at the recommendations on the package before you use over-the-counter drugs. Well, this airborne alert can be serious, and doctors are warning folks to avoid outdoor activities whenever possible. But not everybody is following that advice.
Unfortunately, some people were outdoors by choice, others by circumstance. Fox 26 reporter Monique Nation continues our team coverage with this live report. Monique?
Well, Mike and Anna, it's hard to see at night, but the haze is here. It is hovering, and for some, it's proving an annoying problem. The warnings are out to stay in if you can, but as the smoky haze settles on the city, for some, indoor is not an option.
You can't go as fast as you usually go, and you can't breathe.
Mark Davidson is a bicycle courier who pedals sometimes 50 miles a day through downtown Houston. Unlike some of his colleagues, he says he can feel the change in the air.
It was like you couldn't get a breath of air. You'd be going fast down the street, and all of a sudden you're just trying to take a breath of air, and it's like you're getting something in there, but it's not satisfying your lungs.
Any courier is going to be used to the bad smell, the haze. It's no difference than, a car, no tailpipe blowing black smoke into your face. I mean, only people are really going to be affected by are people who don't get out.
Rain, sleet, snow, or haze, Manuel Gomez has got to get the mail delivered regardless.
It's a little bit difficult to continue my pace that I normally do because of the way the weather is.
Construction workers are coping.
But looking through the haze kind of blurs all the equipment. Like looking through a telescope on short distances, it blurs the equipment up. Is that a problem? No, you just got to squint a little harder.
Many have a choice not to be outside, but we still found Memorial Park filled with people getting in their laps.
Keeps me in shape, and I'm not too worried about the smoke and so forth.
I'm used to exercising, and I thought about it before I came out today, but it's not that bad right now.
Everyday routine, pretty much. I have a goal I've set. It doesn't matter with the haze or not.
Now, on the subject of outdoor activities, the Houston Independent School District has postponed all baseball playoff games. Now, that includes tonight's game between Lehigh and Springwoods High, which has been postponed until 7 p.m. on Friday. The Lamar High School game versus Elkins High, slated for Thursday, has been postponed until further notice. And the Milby High game versus Katy High, that was also taking place tomorrow, has been postponed until further notice as well. Also, Texas City ISD, it has canceled all outdoor activities, practices, and games until noon on Friday. So that's the very latest from out in the haze. This is Monique Nation, Fox 26 News.
Okay, Monique, and those schools are not alone. Many other schools have also postponed outdoor activities indefinitely. Our team coverage continues now with Fox 26 reporter Lloyd Geit.
And let's play inside today.
On any other day, these fourth graders at Alameda Genoa Elementary School in Pasadena would be outdoors playing ball. But with so much smoke and haze in the air, they were told to stay indoors. And some of them were not happy.
Well, of course, they're disappointed. At this time of year, you know, they have their PE time where they're in the gym and they're out on the playground. But then also, usually after lunch, if they've done a nice job in the cafeteria, then they go out for at least 5 or 10 minutes for a little bit of extra release in the afternoon after lunch. And unfortunately, we can't do that today.
HISD students were pretty much told the same thing, stay indoors.
Well, we're telling them to keep everybody inside as much as is possible. But, of course, children have to go from building to building sometimes, so there are going to be occasions when they're outside. We're trying to limit that to the fullest extent possible.
But not every principal got the message on time. Just next door to HISD headquarters, students at Will Rogers were still outdoors reading and running around on the playground. When we approached school officials, they did not know about the announcement. Then at 10:15, they checked the fax machine, and sure enough, the notice came down almost 2 hours after classes began.
All outdoor activities are canceled for the rest of the day due to the air quality alert we are under.
Also affected by the haze and smoke, daycare centers. Usually the little ones here are running around outside, but not today.
This morning, instead of going outside, we organized a field trip to Fiesta for the older group, and the younger ones played right in here. The smog is so thick outside, and of course with all the warnings, we just don't want our children to be outside today.
School officials say it could be a few more days before they allow students to go outside and play. In Southwest Houston, Lloyd Geit, Fox News.
Well, a lot of people may be wondering, why is this haze hovering here? And more importantly, when will it leave? For the answers to those questions, we joined Fox meteorologist Robert Smith in the Weather Center. Robert?
Well, Anna, already the haze has reduced visibilities down to about 3 to 4 miles around our viewing area, and that's even going to worsen to about 2 miles over the next few hours. Now, there is reason to believe that this hazy, smoky scenario will even get worse before it gets better. Let's go ahead and take a look at our satellite picture, and I want to direct your attention down to the center bottom part of your TV screen. You see what looks like clouds moving in from Mexico and Central America, and in fact, some of those are clouds, but a lot of that is smoke from the fires down there, and this area of smoke and haze and other particulates continues moving very slowly in our direction based on some very significant southerly, southeasterly winds. Now, as we take a look at the weather scenario over the next several days, we find that these winds will continue from the south, southeast, and that's going to continue to bring that smoke in here, and adding insult to injury, once that smoke and other particulates gets in our viewing area, a big dome of high pressure, an upper ridge of high pressure will continue to strengthen, and that's going to act as sort of a lid or a cap, kind of trapping all of the smoke and haze and other particles in the atmosphere right on top of our viewing area for the next several days. So really, I looked at the computer models, I really don't see any change in this, and like I said, it may even get worse between now and Friday. Saturday and Sunday look like we may start to see a little bit of improvement at that point in time. I'll have the complete forecast a little bit later on. Mike and Anna?
Thank you, Robert. In the meantime, that haze is also spreading across the U.S. The states of California, Louisiana, Georgia, even Florida are also covered in haze. You're looking at pictures from Miami, where warnings similar to the ones we are under are also in effect. Just to give you an idea of how far this has spread, Miami is about 2,000 miles from the source in Mexico. And, of course, we'll have continuing coverage on the haze, as well as any updates from health officials tomorrow morning on Fox News 6 and 7 a.m.